Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's reading vlog, I am starting a new series on my channel, which is the Taylor Swift Era's Reading Challenge, which is something that I found on Pinterest and I'm very excited to do. So basically I found let me turn on my brightness so you can actually see. So I found these photos on Pinterest, and it has 40 different prompts relating to Taylor Swift songs, and basically each prompt has each song has like a prompt attached to it. So for example, for All Too Well, the prompt is a main character that's getting over a breakup for the book. For Vigilante Shit, we've got morally grey main character. For Red, we've got book with a red cover. So there is 40 prompts in total, and the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to get a random number generator up on Google, and I'm going to set it between 1 and 40. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click generate, and then whatever number it gives me will be my book. So click generate. Okay, number 29. So let me go back to the photo. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29 is Look What You Made Me Do, and I need a book with a snake on the cover. Let me see if I own any books with snakes on the cover, because I don't know if I do. I think I might. I'll have a look on my fantasy shelf. Turns out I do have a book with a snake on the cover, and it was a fantasy book. So we've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is book 1 in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I've heard very good things about this. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. So that is the first one. I think I'm probably going to pick out 3 for now, and then if I have enough time at the end of the week, I will pick out 1 more book. Okay, let's click generate again. We got number 7. So 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 2, 4, 6, 7. So we got, long story short, I need a book with 500 plus pages. Okay, I definitely have books with over 500 pages. Oh, there's one actually that I'm very excited to read. Does this have... Yes, it definitely has over 500 pages. Okay, this is 570 pages, and it's one that I am excited to read, but I do also have a book on my January TBR that I could read. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with one on my January TBR, because I do definitely need to read this book because it's part of a series that I'm so close to finishing. So I think for the next one, I'm gonna go with House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Crescent City series, and this book has over 800 pages in it. So yes, it's definitely more than 500 pages. What am I setting myself up for? That's 2 fantasy books. Okay, okay, let's redo the generator again. Okay, and then for the last time, we have number 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Vigilante Shit, morally grey main character. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a bit of Googling to find a book with a morally grey main character, just because obviously I don't automatically know. Okay, so I did a little bit of TikTok searching, just because I knew TikTok would come through and give me some good morally grey main characters. And I think the one I'm going to go with is Den of Vipers, which is by... One second. I just downloaded it onto my Kindle. Okay, Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. The reason I went with this one is because Em and Alice both love this book. It's like one of their favourites that they've both read multiple times. So yeah, I think that's going to be my 3rd pick for the week. All 3 of these books are very long, so who knows if I'm actually gonna be able to get a 4th book picked, but we will have to see. But yeah, no, those are my 3 picks for the week, so let's get some reading done. I think I'm probably going to start with Probably House of Flame and Shadow, just because I do have an audiobook for that one, so I can get through that one quicker. And then I will move on to either Den of Vipers or The Serpents and the Wings at Night. So as I said I would, I started with House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas, and I read a good chunk of it today. So I'm currently on page 296, which is chapter 32, and I'm around about 35% of the way through the book. And I'm not even surprised that I'm absolutely loving this and devouring this book. And as you guys know, I love Sarah J Maas's writing. I love Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, Crescent City. Like, I just love all of it. I love her writing. I love these books with every fibre of my being. And these are the books that really made me fall in love with fantasy so much more. But yeah, I'm just having the best time with this. So I read a decent chunk of this today. I calculated how many pages are in each of the books that I need to read for this week, and to be able to get all 3 books finished by the end of the week, I need to read 292 pages a day. So obviously I read a little bit over that today just because I can't stop in the middle of a chapter. It feels wrong to stop in the middle of a chapter, so I read up to the next chapter that it was after the pages, which is only like 4 more pages, so it's not that bad. But yeah, no, I'm just loving this. I love this series. This book is just making me so happy. It's fueling me with so much happiness and energy, and this is why I love reading, because getting sucked into this world with these characters is one of the best things. I am a little sad because once I finish this book, I have no more Sarah J Maas books to read, because I've read all of her books now. Because I've read the entirety of Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, and once I've read this, I will have read all the books that are out in the Crescent City series. So I'm a little sad that once I finish this, I have no more Sarah J Maas books to read, but oh well. But yeah, no, I'm having a phenomenal time with this book right now. I know that is not going to continue, because I know that Sarah J Maas likes to make us all suffer, especially within like the last 100 or so pages of her books, because, you know, she likes to add all the heartache into the last like 100 odd pages. But yeah, no, I read my pages for today. I'm stopping now. I'm going to watch TV for a little bit, because it is currently 10 to midnight, so I'm going to watch TV for a little bit before I get some sleep. But I'm going to quickly calculate how many pages I need to calculate, what page I need to get up to tomorrow with this book. I'm hoping to get this book finished by Wednesday night, and then on like Thursday, I can start on Den of Vipers, because I think what I'm going to do is, because I have 2 fantasies and 1 romance, I'm going to go with this one, then Den of Vipers, and then The Serpents and the Wings at Night. So I'm going to quickly calculate what page I need to read to tomorrow. Okay, so reading my 292 pages tomorrow, I need to read to page 588, and luckily page 588 is exactly at the end of chapter 65, so I will be reading all the way up to chapter 66 tomorrow, and then I don't know if it's just 292 pages for the last day. I'm going to check that quickly. Okay, so reading the 292 pages for the next day actually takes me over how many pages this book is. So when I finish this on Wednesday, I'll need to read 45 pages of my next book, so I'll read the first 45 pages of Den of Vipers. what? I look like a mess right now. I've got the majority of my reading done for today. I still have like 150 pages left to do, which I'm going to read now. But I'm officially at the halfway point of House of Flame and Shadow. And I genuinely just forget how much I love Sarah J Maas's books until I'm back in them and I start reading them again. I love Bryce with my entire heart and soul. She's just such a sassy little queen and I'm obsessed with her. Like, there's literally a scene in this book where she's talking to her dad. And she quite literally boops him on the nose with the end of her sword. And I'm just like, why is that actually just so iconic that I love it so much? But yeah, no, I'm having a great time. I'm going to read my last 150 odd pages now, and then that I need to read for today. And then I think I'm probably going to carry on watching Ghost Whisperer because I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I'm like episode 8 of season 1 at the minute. And I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm going to finish reading my pages, then I will update you guys once I am done. Oh my god, what's this? She looks human again. I decided to straighten my hair because I'm going out tomorrow night with a couple of friends. And, you know, prefer how I look with my hair straight. That is beside the point. I got all of my pages read for House of Flame and Shadow. I am like 3/4 of the way done with the book. I'm on chapter 68. I read more than I needed to for today, just because I was genuinely so sucked into the story. I did not want to stop, but I needed to stop because I needed to like do my hair and stuff, and also I needed to take a break from reading for a bit because I've read quite a lot today. I think I've read like 300 and something pages. Which isn't that much considering my goal was 292 pages. But yeah, no, I'm on page 605. I have I have 230 pages exactly left of the book. And I am very, very excited to carry on reading, just because I'm absolutely obsessed. I love this series with my entire heart and soul. Just everything that is happening, I wish I could talk to you guys about, but because obviously this is like the third book in the series, I don't want to give any like spoilers or anything, so I can't really explain anything that's going on in the book. But as I get closer to the end of this book, the sadder I am feeling, just because one, I know something is going to go really wrong, because it wouldn't be a Sarah J Maas book if something didn't go really wrong. But yeah, I just feel like something's going to go wrong at the end of this book. And then I have no clue when we're getting the next book in the series. And then obviously, I think the next book that comes out is ACOTAR 6, which obviously I'm excited about. But I've just grown such an attachment to these characters and this story that I am not ready for it to be over, but it is going to be over very, very soon. I'm physically and mentally not okay. But yeah, no, I think like 2.5 hours left on the audiobook, and then after I finish this one, I'm going on to Den of Vipers, just because obviously it's my only romance in this video, so I don't want to read 2 fantasies one after the other. I say that as if I didn't read a fantasy just before starting this one, because I read On Wings of Blood. Oh well. But yeah, no, I'm having a phenomenal time with this. I know it's going to be a 5-star. I know this book is going to be a 5-star just because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm loving it. But yeah. I'm not ready to leave my babies behind. I'm not ready to leave Bryce and Hunt and Rune and just everyone in this series behind. Okay, yeah, that's my update for now. Like I said, I have 230 pages of this left. I need to get a video filmed that is going up in a couple of weeks. It will already be up by the time this video goes out, actually. I need to film my tier ranking every book I read in 2025 video. And I don't even know when this video goes up. But yeah, no, I'm going to quickly film that, and then I will either watch some TV or go back to reading. We'll see how I feel. So I have around about literally just over 100 pages left of the book. This is when everything starts to go to hell. This is when everything just goes off the deep end, and, you know, I don't think I'm mentally ready. I'm scared. Like, I'm genuinely scared. Especially because now I know once I've read these last 100 pages, I have nothing left to read from Sarah J Maas until a new book comes out. Okay, time to finish the book. So I ended up finishing reading House of Flame and Shadow last night. When I tell you that I am not physically, mentally, or emotionally stable right now, I mean every word of it. Ignore the fact that the bookmark is in the book still. I don't know why I put it back in the book, if I'm being completely honest. I think it's just so the bookmark didn't get bent. But yeah, no. For the last, the entire book, I was obsessed with it because obviously it's an amazing book and I loved every moment of it. But for the last, 100 or so pages, Sarah J Maas, why do you do this to me? You filled me with fear and you made me cry and you made me giggle and kick my feet and slap my book. And just, yeah. As you guys will have seen in the clips of me reading the last 100 or so pages last night, I slapped the book multiple times because I needed to do something to get the pent-up energy that this book was bringing out of me out. I need to talk about some of my feelings on this book, so I'm gonna do a little spoiler segment here. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, go to this timestamp now. But yeah, no. The way Sarah Maas made me think that Bryce was gonna die, I should have known that she wasn't going to, because she's the freaking main character. But let's just say if she'd killed off any of my babies, I would have thrown hands. Also, Rune and Lydia. I'm only slightly obsessed with them. Only slightly. Just slightly. Every time Danica gets brought up, it just kind of cracks my heart open a little bit. Just saying. But yeah, no, just every moment between Rune and Lydia, and getting to see Lydia's the other sides of Lydia, and like how deep her personality. I'm not okay. And that goddamn ending was so perfect. Bryce is such a badass. I love her so much. When she booped the Autumn King on the nose with her freaking sword, I could not stop laughing in the slightest. But yeah, no. Obviously, House of Flame and Shadow, 5 stars. Honestly, 6 stars, 7 million stars, god tier book. And now the fact that I don't know when the next Sarah J Maas book is coming out is slowly breaking me. I may have to do a Throne of Glass or Akatar reread. But anyway, now that I have finished reading that, we are on to book 2 of this video, which is Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. I haven't started on it yet. I was going to start on it last night, but I wanted to film this update first, and I could not be bothered filming an update last night, so I didn't. But yeah, I've gonna make a start on it in a little bit. I want to get some I want to play some Sims first before I get back to reading, but I will read later because I need to get quite a few pages of this book read if I want to finish this and also Serpents on the Wings of Night before the end of the week. So I started reading Den of Vipers a couple of days ago, and I am currently on chapter 25. I'm currently on chapter 25, and I'm on page 216, which is 34% of the way through the book, and I'm low-key loving it. Like, genuinely, I'm low-key loving it right now. I wasn't like fully obsessed when I first started, so which is why I've been reading it quite slowly, because I think I've been reading it for like 3 days at this point. But, you know, I'm having a phenomenal time. It's so funny. I've genuinely been like giggling and kicking my feet at some parts of this book. And I think one of the reasons why I'm loving it so much is because it gives me very similar vibes to one of my all-time favourite books, which is, well, my favourite book series, which is the Ryan Rule series by Sadie Kincaid. That's not like the official name, but that's what I always call it. I think it's like the New York Ruthless or Manhattan. I think it's New York Ruthless series by Sadie Kincaid. And the dynamic and like the characters give very similar vibes to that. And it's like, I'm obsessed with it because I've been trying to find a book that's like that ever since I read it. And I've not been able to find one. And now I'm so glad I started this one. But yeah, no, I've been basically reading all night. And yeah, I'm going to carry on reading now because I'm just having a great time. I'll update you guys in a little bit when I'm probably at the 50% mark, but honestly, I love all of the guys. Ryder is just so sexy. Diesel. Diesel is a freaking psychopath and I love him. I absolutely love him. Garrett, my tortured baby. And then what's his name? Is it Kenzo? Yeah, Kenzo. See, the thing is, I know his name, but in my head, I'm telling myself it's wrong because, like, I don't know why. But yeah, no, Kenzo, he is such a sarcastic twat, and I love him. I love him all. No, I'm having a great time. I think right now, honestly, actually I can't even pick a favourite. I was gonna say, well, this one's my favourite, but then I was about to name all of the guys because I just love them all. Okay, I'm going back to reading. I'll update you guys later. I just wanted to read out a quote that I read in chapter 31 of Den of Vipers, just because I really love it, and like a lot of other people love it because it has a lot of highlights. And it says, "Those who love us have the opportunity to hurt us the worst, and in my experience, they always do." That's just a quote that hits a little bit too close to home, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this book. Like, I'm genuinely so obsessed. I'm 65% of the way through the book now, and yeah, I'm either gonna finish it today or tomorrow. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so after a very long time, I'm on the last 50 pages of Den of Vipers. So join me for the last 50 pages of this phenomenal book, because I'm having the best time ever with this book, and yeah. So yeah, join me for the last 50 pages. I know I look like an absolute hot mess right now, but I just finished reading Den of Vipers. My Kindle's upside down. I just finished reading Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. I'm so obsessed. I'm genuinely so obsessed. Honestly, I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. I will give my full proper review later because I need this time to digest the book. But I need to read a couple of books for a different video first, and then I will be moving on to the last book of this video, which is The Serpents and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, which I'm also very excited for, but I've got a couple of books to read for a different video, so I'm going to read them, and then I will go back to doing this one, and yeah. Okay, now that I've read an entire novel book and had time to digest how I feel about Den of Vipers, obviously this book was a 5-star. It was so good, and even though it was like a dark romance and like the characters were obviously psychotic little beings, it had some of the most beautiful quotes about love that I've ever read. Did I highlight any of them? No, apart from one that I already read out earlier, but that is because I was just so absorbed in the story. I didn't want to stop to highlight something. I just wanted to keep reading. Honestly, I loved all the characters. Ryder, Kenzo, Garrett, Diesel, Roxy, all of them. Just, genuinely, everything about them was just so incredible. And like Roxy, like, she was such a badass. She was such a badass character. Like, a lot of the time when there's like a female main character in books, like, they're not always so badass. They're more like damsel in distress, like, especially like in romances, not so much fantasies. But Roxy, she met crazy with crazy. She held her own in every situation, and she was just so cool and so incredible, and like, I genuinely just absolutely love this book and all of these characters. It was just so freaking good. Like, Diesel, if why so psycho, why also so baby boy? Like, he is, like, utterly psychotic, but also he's baby boy. Don't ask me to make it make sense, because it doesn't, but, you know. He is. Oh, my God. Garrett, my traumatized being. How I just want to protect you and fight everybody. And then just, I have no words. Absolutely phenomenal book. I genuinely absolutely adored it so much. And yeah. I now have to read one other book. I've finished one book from my other video that I need to read one other book, and then, like I said, I'm going on to my last book for this video, which is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. But I've had 2 very, very good reads for this video. I've had 2 5-star reads already. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading my other book from my other video that I'm doing, and then I will make a start on my final book for this video. So it has been a little while since I updated you guys on this vlog, and I did actually make a start on The Serpents and the Wings of Night. I got to part 4 of the book, and I just finished reading chapter 22, and I'm just gonna have to say that this is sadly a DNF. I don't think it's going to be a permanent DNF. This is going to be a DNF for now. I was just very, very bored while reading this. I got to, I think it was like 38% of the way through the book. I'm just taking my bookmark out. Yeah, I got through to like 38% of the book, and I really tried to just keep reading and like trying to get into it more. But honestly, I was just kind of bored. It felt like a lot of the stuff that was happening was just kept repeating itself, and I felt like I was just reading the same chapter over and over again. Like the main character, I think her name is Aurea, it just felt like she was having like arguments with the main guy, Rain, and then she was having conversations with Vincent, who's her like dad, and then she was like just like constantly going into like these different like trial things, and it just felt like I was reading the same chapter over and over. So I was just kind of bored, and I don't know whether that was because I wasn't in the right headspace for the book, or I just wasn't enjoying it at this time. Like, I feel like I have the potential to genuinely enjoy this book, because there was certain parts of it that I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. But honestly, I didn't feel like it was worth going into a reading slump to continue finishing reading it. So this is going to be a soft DNF for now. I might pick it up again at some other point, but I don't know 100%. But yeah. So this one I'm not finishing, and because I'm not finishing that, that is actually the last book for this video. But I genuinely had 2 really, really good reads in this video. I had 2 5-star reads with House of Flame and Shadow and Den of Vipers. Honestly, House of Flame and Shadow, I absolutely adore. It's like a 6-star read for me. It's so good. I love Sarah J Maas's books, and I can't wait for the next one to come out, because I finished reading House of Flame and Shadow, I no longer have any more SJM books to read, which makes me very, very sad. So I may need to do like a reread of ACOTAR or Throne of Glass. But yeah, no, I genuinely really, really loved House of Flame and Shadow. 6-star read. It's such an incredible book. And then Den of Vipers, oh, my boys, just genuinely, that entire book is incredible. It's just such a fun read. Obviously, it's like quite a dark romance. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like dark, but it is a dark romance. It's just fun. The characters are crazy. I had a great time. It was just such a good read. I genuinely really enjoyed it, and I had so much fun with it. And then obviously Serpents on the Wings of Night is a DNF for now, and I might go back to it at a different time. But yeah, that is the end of this Taylor Swift songs pick my reads for a week. I genuinely really enjoyed doing this video, and I can't wait to do the next part of this video. I'm basically going to keep doing this until I've run out of prompts. So yeah. And I think there's like 40, so you know, only 37 left to do. But yeah, no, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I upload every Wednesday at 5 PM with a sit down chatty video, and every Saturday at 4 PM with a reading vlog. But yeah, that's it for today. I will catch you guys next time.